Good evening. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for some SciFriday. As always, I'm your host, the Captain, Paul. And, as always, SciFriday is brought to you by RU Game, the best comic book collectible, magic, toy, video game store located at 124 North Sunset Drive, Pickle, Ohio, 45356. Alright, I know last week I mixed it up quite a bit. You know, we did Outlaws, we did Out of This World, we did Werewolf, and then we did She-Wolf of London. Somebody asked for this. I can't remember. I apologize. But we're doing Future Cop Friday. That's right. It's Future Cop Friday. Or I guess Friday. Future Law Enforcement. Whatever. That was a thing back then, man. It was a lot of shows. I mean, you had Star Cops, you had Space Rangers, you had Space Precinct, you had Man and Machine, you had Alien Nation. And they took place in this not too distant future, which almost all of them now exist within the past. We talked about that today at the shop. I was watching the movie 2019, The Fall of New York. Takes place in the far-flung year of 2019. Little did they know, right? I mean, one of my favorite movies of all time takes place in the far-flung futuristic year of 1997. Can you guess what movie that is? Escape from New York. A lot of movies now take place in the past, which is the future. I mean, technically, all of Back to the Future now exists within the past. But, so, speaking of that, we're going to bring up the first show this week, Star Cops. Takes place in the far-flung year of 2027. So, it's not quite the past yet. Still technically the future. 5 years away. So, also, relatively recently, BBC has picked it up and brought the radio dramas and brought back Star Cops. It's not unlike what they've done with Torchwood, Doctor Who, Blake 7, stuff like that. They bring a lot of these things back, especially in Britain, as radio dramas, which is actually really, really cool. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring to you Star Cops Episode 2, Conversations with the Dead. Enjoy.
Mike? Mike, wake up, damn it!
What's the matter? Can't be my watch already.
Engine's kicked in.
Don't be stupid. It's 4 days to the correction point.
They're running now. Can't you feel them?
Christ! Override them! Override them!
I tried. There's no response. I think we're dead, Mike.
It looks like machine failure. Either engine control or the main flight computer. They'll let us know if they find the fault.
Who's Mike got with him?
Lara. Who else?
They'll be missed.
Do you want the official frills and furbelows for your new boss?
Oh, hell no. Time enough for all that crap if we're called in for real.
This is WBC News on the Hour. The continued refusal of the United States to allow inspection of its latest unmanned orbital station led all the major space powers to lodge formal protests in Geneva today. Speculation that the unmanned station is military and constitutes a treaty violation has been fueled.
Falling, right?
Yeah, only forever. Thanks.
Some people get over it.
Some people. I think it's too late to get a refund on my ticket.
I don't think you're ever going to be able to afford to go back Earthside.
Come on now, you're not going to find me for that. I mean, I was half asleep in a play fair.
Why not? I mean, you can rely upon space to play fair. After all, nothing's going to kill you when you're half asleep.
All right, now don't be smart-ass, Inspector. I hate a smart-ass first thing in the morning. Assuming that's what this is.
Yeah, you've been asleep, what, 10 hours or so?
Yeah, well, that's close enough.
I need some help with that.
When I need help, I will ask for it.
Sorry.
Look, don't ever offer help to an embarrassed authority figure, David. It's a very fast way to get kicked. Well, at least it would be if I could get my bloody legs out of this stupid contraption.
Nathan, what do you say I bring you some breakfast to the office, shall I? Supper, maybe? Screen. Music.
You're sure he's not going to want the full treatment on Mike and Lara?
Trust me.
I'll keep your office informed then.
Thanks.
Keep us informed of what? Get somebody to repair that sleeping harness, will you?
Right. Breakfast?
Oh. I'm not very hungry, actually, at the moment.
Falling's easier with something in your stomach.
A sword, preferably. Do you know, I feel worse now than when I first got here.
This could be your age.
Nausea is not a recognized symptom of midlife crisis. Other people's might make you sick, but not your own.
That's not what I meant.
I know, I'm late flowering for a spaceman. Do you know, I really have a natural aptitude for this, don't I? Keep us informed of what?
Oh, there's a two-man freighter gone rogue, heading to the dark. Flight crew's dead.
Well, how did that happen?
Investigations are proceeding. Isn't that standard cop speak for a world likely ever to know?
Well, what investigations? Who's doing these investigations?
The flight crew, naturally.
You just said they were dead.
Yeah, technically speaking, but not, you know.
Inspector Through, it may have escaped your notice, but I am feeling a little below par. Now, that tends to make me irritable. You add somebody playing silly bastards and I become homicidal.
They've got limited life support and no fuel left to correct their course. They'll run out of air before they run out of space. That's standard crew speak for they're dead, and everyone, including them, knows it.
Oh, I see.
Do you?
I have things to learn.
Yeah.
Then don't we all? Box. Yes, Nathan. There must be something I can do about the way I'm feeling. Transfer to an environment which is blessed with gravity. It is unlikely that you will ever fully adapt to prolonged weightlessness. Any suggestions? It would appear there is... Shut up, Box.
It would appear that there's an office on Moonbase you could use.
Well, I'll settle for any gravity I can get. Control.
Yes, Commander. Welcome to Eurospace Station.
I need to
Charles.
visit Moonbase as soon as practical. Can you make the necessary arrangements?
I'll let you know when it's set up, sir.
Thank you.
It would be more expensive as a base, of course. You'd need a 1/6 rated launch vehicle. Oh, wait a minute. Fox couldn't have put all that together from the question you asked.
Why not?
It's a machine.
So?
Are you telling me it was listening all the time, making assumptions and judgments and drawing conclusions? That's a clever little bastard, isn't it? Takes a human being to do all that.
There is a message. There is a message.
All messages for Nathan Spring are to be rerouted up to European Space Station Charles de Gaulle. Or should that be out? Anyway, he's not on Earth anymore.
There is a message.
Who is the message for?
The message is for Lee Jones.
For me? Why here? I left no instructions for rerouting.
For further information, please enter your personal identification number.
C398 LR 9421.
Thank you, Lee Jones. The message is coded for your eyes only.
Oh, for pity's sake.
It will be necessary for you to enter your personal code.
Jones, LJ, Systematic Z2.
And as a final safeguard, your confidential keyword must be entered before the message can be delivered.
Nathan, if this is one of your practical jokes, you can find yourself a professional caretaker to keep an eye on this place.
In a very short while, your message will be unscrambled and relayed to you.
Or, to put it another way... And not too long, my love. Jokes are all about timing, I think.
This service has been brought to you by Unicom, the secure communications link. Thank you for patronizing Unicom.
You're entirely welcome. And all the time I thought you were patronizing me. Imagine that. Just goes to show you how easy it is to misjudge the ordinary, warm-hearted, multinational corporation. No, what's happened now? Lights! I don't believe this. Central control, check lighting fault. Rats! Lights, damn it! Nathan? Nathan, is that you? Who is it?
You didn't read the message.
Who are you?
You didn't read your message.
What are you doing here?
Jones, your life is in danger. Remain.
What are you doing here?
No, I can't mess.
Keep away from me! Keep away from me! No!
Obviously, that was intended to keep her sitting at the console, so the killer would know precisely where she was, even in the dark.
Why is it obvious?
It's what the computer suggested.
Thank you, Sergeant Coolman. When I want your input, I'll ask for it.
Sorry, sir.
Try to remember you're new around here.
Sir.
And I'll try and do the same.
Did the computer also say why the message was left on the screen?
You tell us.
I didn't make that call.
Well, Unicom have charged it to your account.
I haven't got an account with Unicom.
Well, they'll be disappointed about that, especially as they seem to have all your right numbers.
One of his right numbers, sir. Well, the rest they issue themselves when they open the account.
As frames go, it's fairly crude.
As killings go, it wasn't exactly neat. Why would anyone want to frame you, Spring?
Commander Spring, it is Commander Spring, Chief Inspector. You may not be bright, but you can at least be civil. I'm sorry. That was neither bright nor civil, was it? I'm having a little trouble adjusting to gravity.
How long had you known Miss Jones?
10 years.
Aren't you sure?
I can't remember ever not knowing her.
Sir.
What?
Forensic have
And?
finished. Don't you think maybe we should give him a little time to himself, sir?
What, star temperament, would you call that? Commander Spring.
Yes.
I shall want to talk to you again.
Listen, I want to talk to you right now. There's something not right here.
You mean apart from the fact that your girlfriend's been murdered?
They left the message on the screen. The place was still in darkness with the light system override still in place for us to find. I cannot believe that such a careful plan was carried out so carelessly.
Yes, well, you can safely leave us to worry about that.
Leave you to worry about that?
That's what I said.
Someone walks into my home and kills the only real friend I've ever had, and I should leave you to worry about that.
Unless you prefer a charge of obstructing justice.
I just want some cooperation, that's all.
So that you can catch whoever didn't listen. You can be a glory boy out there, but down here you are just another citizen. Be careful to remember that. This is my case.
Just want the court, that's all.
There will be. All you've got to do is answer the rest of my questions, and then you can hop on a shuttle and go back to playing spacemen and leave the detective work to real policemen.
Yes, well, would you like to call up the computer from here, save time? I mean, you'll want to know what the rest of your questions are, won't you?
You've run the full list, asked all the questions.
Everything is faultless as far as we can tell. The good ship Daedalus is as sound now as the day she was commissioned.
Just a glitch in the system, then 1,000,000 to 1 shot.
Looks that way. Wouldn't you now? I never won a thing in my life before.
Oh, thanks a lot.
I didn't win you. I earned you.
What's my excuse?
Mike, I don't know what to suggest. I'll get back to you.
Don't leave it too long, David. We haven't decided whether to wait it out or not.
We hear what you're saying, Mike. All the decisions are yours and Lara's. This is Moonbase listening out.
What do you think, Lara?
Let's not rush it, Mike. I don't think I'm going to like being dead.
Let's hope they don't do anything sudden.
They will self-destruct, you think? Well, their options are a bit limited, wouldn't you say?
I meant soon. Will they do it soon? There should be some way to save them. If anyone needs me, I will be in my office.
As if anybody could possibly need him. Base coordinator, the man's pathetic.
He seems to be taking it quite badly.
The ship is carrying a lot of his most recent work.
His field is?
He's a biologist. His current research is in cryogenics.
But very low temperature stuff.
Well, look on the bright side. That's one part of the Daedalus's cargo that the Mars colony can manage without.
Should have gotten Mike and Lara to check the cargo.
Why, for God's sake? Do you get a kick out of pestering the dead, or what?
The accident has to be investigated.
Who says? Who says it has to be investigated?
Stop talking like a fool, Fox. It's standard operating procedure.
Well, it's a bit bloody late for that now, don't you think? Just let them go in peace, man.
With what could be a design fault in the ship, it's not policy to leave such things uninvestigated.
A policy, my arse. You know as well as I do that the only design fault on that ship will not be investigated at all.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
I'm going for a break, Gina.
You didn't answer my question.
Because the average star cop couldn't find his bum with both hands.
Was there something I said?
He and Mike were friends.
That's it?
I don't know him well.
He seemed to think you understood what he was talking about. You know as well as I do. That's what he said.
Well, he was wrong.
You sure?
Are you interrogating me, Inspector?
Were Mike and Lara popular?
They were famous.
That's not what I asked.
They were lovers. Lovers are popular at a distance. And distance is difficult in a place like this.
Touch me through to Earth Central, will you?
Who do you want?
A glitch in the system?
Standard engineer speak for could happen to anyone. Don't uncross your fingers.
No, that's not good enough.
I had a feeling you might say that.
What was unusual about the Daedalus?
Standard General Electric's freighter. Nothing remarkable about it.
It kicked in the engines at an unprogrammed time. I would say that was moderately remarkable, wouldn't you?
I'd say that was the Sod's law of technology. The more there is to go wrong, the more there is to go wrong.
Well, something fairly specific would have to go wrong to create that sort of effect, wouldn't you say?
Well, blocked up washing facilities wouldn't do it, if that's what you mean.
A limited number of things would have caused it. All of which the crew have checked.
Yeah.
Well, have they or haven't they?
They say they have.
Don't trust their expertise?
I don't trust their motivation. I mean, hell, how reliable would your work be under such circumstances?
I'd want to know.
Yeah, you're a cop.
So are you sooner or later. Anyway, there's no point in second-guessing the crew. They say there's nothing to be found, there's nothing to be found.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to find out everything there is to know about that ship. Who worked on it, when, what it was carrying, everything. Same goes for the crew. Something went wrong out there, and I expect you to fight it.
Okay, Nathan, you're the man, but it would help me some if I knew what the question was.
Well, you really have two alternatives. Rule out the accidental, and what you're left with is the deliberate.
But someone set out to kill him.
Eliminate the impossible, and whatever you're left with, however improbable, must be the truth.
Geez, I wish I had a classical education.
I wish you had any kind of education. How's the accommodation?
Pretty much as I told you.
Fine, we'll take it. The Starcop HQ is now on the moon. Let everyone know, will you?
Well, I'm gonna be busy. How are things progressing with your case?
My case? Not my case. I have a feeling I'm being worked on, though.
Bound to be a bit off balance.
Paranoid, even?
Hey, it's possible.
Well, they've assigned Divas as the investigating officer.
Is that significant?
He's one of the department's all-time cretins. British native and all-comers record holder. A
Cretin's cretin, in fact.
He sounds like natural star cop material. You're going to recruit him?
I'm going to dump you if you don't find the anomaly which explains the Daedalus case. Keep in touch, David. Box.
Yes, Nathan.
Book my usual table at Lotus Garden.
Should I confirm a time with Miss Jones?
Miss Jones is dead.
Do you want me to adjust the reference framework and remove her?
No?
Then that data is meaningless.
Has the police computer come up with a manageable list of suspects yet?
Checking. There are 100 names still on the list.
Frontrunner?
Remains the same.
Odds?
Possibility of error remains significant.
You let me know when there's someone worth lifting.
Will you be eating alone?
I really thought you enjoyed this place. So much for instinct.
I was talking about professional instinct.
I didn't think there was a difference.
You're saying it's just a policeman I've been sleeping with all these years?
You thought I'd bought the handcuffs specially?
Your timing's all to hell, love.
Christ, I'm sorry, Lee. I'm so sorry.
Am I disturbing you, Commander? It'll wait till you've finished. I can come back when you've finished.
How do you know where to phone me?
This was listed as an eating place for you and Miss Jones.
Ah. Detective work.
It's what they pay me for.
That's what they pay your boss for. You they pay as a gopher.
I'm sorry, sir. My mistake.
How many places did you try?
This is the first. It's a routine sort of a place. You'd want to remember routine things. If you wanted to remember anything at all.
I used to come here quite a lot. She hated it. Didn't find out till it was too late. What is it you want, Sergeant?
Advice. As you know, we've been processing a fairly comprehensive list of psychopaths.
Now, how would I know that?
You've been monitoring our computer.
Mm-hmm. Who says?
I do.
What exactly are you looking for?
I got the impression you felt the crime had an extra dimension. Something that was almost obvious, but not quite.
Yes, well, it's hard to think clearly under those circumstances.
Well, I think you were right. There's no recognizable motive.
So you look for somebody without a recognizable motive?
A psycho. No psycho is that elaborate in his preparations.
Are you serious? I've known some who are positively theatrical.
If all they were going to do was kill. I'm sorry. But that's all he did. He killed fast and efficiently, and then he left.
Yes, well, no professional would leave all those loose ends. Not unless he was interrupted or...
Well, he wasn't interrupted.
So?
So you're back to the psycho. I was hoping you'd have some new suggestions.
Does Davis know you're here?
I don't think it would strike the Chief Inspector as a very good idea.
You're right.
It has to be a first time for everything.
It's getting late, Sergeant.
And I've overstepped the mark, I know. But I'm good and sick of being told what to do by people who are more stupid and less talented than I am.
You'd be surprised how many people feel that way.
I wouldn't be remotely surprised. Don't patronize me, Commander. Get me fired by all means, but don't patronize me.
Well, as your Chief Inspector so politely pointed out, I'm outside my jurisdiction. I couldn't get you fired even if I wanted to, and if you're as shit-hot as you think you are, you'll have already worked that out.
I'm not that calculating.
Then you're not that good.
nothing but the best for you lads, eh?
Got a good union.
Makes you wonder why anyone would volunteer to be a cop.
As I remember, no one on Moonbase did.
Yes, a high IQ was one of the entry requirements. To Moonbase, that is.
Yeah, well, the test always was unreliable.
So what was it you wanted to see me about?
I quote, "The only design fault on that ship won't be investigated at all," unquote.
The liars and policemen need good memories, right?
What did you mean by it?
Now, you know the Mars colony will never be economic. What do they do with all this stuff? What's your interest in what the Daedalus was carrying?
I'm looking for anomalies.
Anomalies?
It's where you find your bum with one hand but not the other, so you know something's wrong.
Sounds half-assed to me.
You didn't answer the question.
Oh, what question was that?
Stop jerking me around and answer the damn question.
Or you'll what?
Or I'll arrest you, charge you with a whole series of technical offenses, and have you shipped back to Earth for trial.
Are you threatening me?
Yes.
Yes, well, we'll see about that.
Fox, if you're charged with anything at all out here, your career is over. You do realize that, I suppose.
Like hell I do. The police state bully boys haven't taken over yet. Not out here, they haven't.
No, but the branch office is open for business.
You find it funny.
I'm conducting a murder investigation.
You're not serious.
Just tell me what you meant.
A murder investigation.
What is it that you know about the design fault on the Daedalus?
I was talking about the crew roster, that's all.
The crew roster?
Yeah. Those two should never have been allowed to fly together. It's against operational procedures, against the rules, and it's dumb. Handling a freighter is dangerous work. Hell, all work out here is dangerous. You know that, and you can't afford distractions.
They've been flying together for some time?
Oh, yes, and everybody was doing numbers about how romantic it is.
Everybody except you.
Well, I don't find taking stupid risks very romantic. Do you know that some bloody people actually help them to juggle the roster?
But why didn't you stop them? You could have blown the whistle on them, why didn't you?
Mike was a friend of mine.
All the more reason.
Well, I suppose I didn't want people to think that I was being...
Jealous?
Christ, Mike was careless at the best of times, but with her as a distraction, well, sooner or later he was bound to foul something up.
And that's what you meant?
Well, I reckon the people who screwed around with the crew planning had caused a design fault. Mix the personal with the professional, what you get are mistakes. People are part of the design. It's dangerous to forget that.
Stated quite categorically that though the unmanned station is a civilian project, it is nonetheless of the utmost secrecy, and any attempt to penetrate its security screens would be regarded as an act of war.
Well, what could be more civilian than that?
The European Space Colonization Bureau tonight denied rumors that their Martian colony will run dangerously short of vital stores as a result of the tragic accident to the supply ship Daedalus.
News off. Box trace. Processing. Well? It was on a delayed relay. How long? The message was registered 1 hour ago in a public access booth. Who was it charged to? You. Bastard. Box? Yes, Nathan? Check central power circuits. A remote breaker has been installed. Another one. Only the screen and the lift remain operational. The lift is on its way up. Box trace. Tracing. Accept call.
Commander Spring.
Yes.
I have information which I think will interest you.
I'm not getting vision at this end.
I prefer to remain unseen for the moment.
What is it you have to tell me?
I know who killed your lady.
Really?
I will wait for you at the east end of Chiswick Park.
The east end at this time of night?
Are you afraid?
Of course. My mother didn't have any stupid children.
You have 15 minutes.
What'd you get, Box?
Public access booth. Local. Call was charged to Plowman Electronics. I want any non-standard information on that firm and its staff. You start with the Police Intelligence Data Bank.
Processing.
Conference of Space Powers at Geneva, the United States has remained stubbornly silent on the purpose of its latest unmanned station. A State Department spokesman simply repeated tonight the earlier statement that the facility is civilian. Any unauthorized attempt to approach the unmanned station
Dangerous
would
to
have
try
the
to
gravest
find out
possible
clearly.
consequences. Suggestions that
Yeah, my countrymen have always been more secretive and trigger-happy than they realize themselves.
I'm sorry to disturb you at this late hour. I was looking for someone to talk to.
Of course. Please. Excuse me, won't you sit down, sir? It's been a long day.
Thank you. Your scientific background is as a flight engineer, I think, yes?
That's what I was. Coffee?
Merci, non. I am a biologist.
Yeah, working at suspended animation at ultra-low temperatures, right?
It is not possible now to reverse the course of the Daedalus, I know that, but if it were only possible to divert it even just a little.
Diverted? Diverted where?
Back into our system. To allow the eventual recovery of the ship after many years, perhaps.
For what? The crew would be dead long ago.
No. Not necessarily. They could go into frozen hibernation using my equipment.
What, you mean the stuff you've got on that ship is ready to work? I thought it was experimental.
Well, it's academic anyway. To change course, you need a source of propulsion, and they have none.
They might have one. The controlled release of air pressure within the ship. Blowing it out could alter their course. And if they don't need the air to breathe...
Yes? Oh, you freak. Get out of here. Listen, you creep. I have told you. You get out of here, I'll run you in. I'm a cop. Go! I've got a gun! Who's there? Is there anybody there? Oh, Christ, I feel sick. Oh.
Sorry about that, Commander. I didn't bring you here for someone else to kill you. Don't bother. You've already demonstrated your expertise with our friend there.
We all have our off days.
Even my worst day in urban Apache would be no more than a casual irritant.
You killed him?
Yes.
Speak softly and carry a pig sticker.
You're next. Yes, that's right. Even you must have worked out it was me killed your lady.
Police! What are figure. I saw a figure.
That's me. You're probably shooting at me. Just come. What are you doing here?
I was following you.
I want this whole area taped off. Category forensic. The whole lot. Double damn quick.
We have finished the simulations. The explosive release of air will alter the ship's trajectory sufficiently, providing it is done within the next 12 hours.
That's a margin for error?
Yes.
It's lucky the professor didn't wait any longer to suggest it.
Luck favors the prepared, they say.
I hope not, because so far we haven't been.
Well, congratulations, Professor Patton. Those freezing chambers of yours could have been designed for the Daedalus.
The setup will not be ideal, of course. They were intended primarily for use in larger ships.
Yes, well, I'm just glad that things happen to be there at all.
Ultimately, to freeze a crew, to put them into suspended animation, was the dream of all deep space exploration.
If it works.
Yes, it is a melancholy way to test my system.
Well, cheer up, man. At least they've got a chance now.
And there's a place in history waiting for the man who is successful in this field.
Moonbase, this is Daedalus. All right, David, it's all done. They look like coffins.
Oh, and David, you might suggest to Professor Patton that he give some thought to a double capsule. These things look awful lonely.
We're ready when you are, Mr. DeMille.
I'm scared, Mike.
So am I. Suppose we wake up in 5 years' time with frostbitten extremities.
I'll still love you, even if your nose does drop off.
The way my luck's running, won't be my nose that drops off.
Oh. You stupid bastard. Yeah, well, it wasn't very bright, I'll allow.
Bright? All I need to make this a perfect case is for you to get yourself killed as well.
Oh, so then you'd have 3 unsolved murders. So...
Well, you're not counting the urban Apache, are you? More of those little scumbags kill each other off, the better.
He was killed by the same man who killed Lee.
You think so?
Our forensic will prove it.
It's been called off.
Called off?
Star Cops might have unlimited budgets, but we don't.
What are you talking about?
Wasting Category A resources on the sort of killing that happens every night.
Are you doing this deliberately, Davis?
Well, the computer gave it a double F. Who can argue with that?
I can! I lay odds he was killed by the same man and the same weapon who killed Lee.
Oh, difficult things, probabilities. That's why we have computers.
Well, it might just have been the breakthrough you still seem to need.
Well, we're one mighty bound, right? You get a crank call.
Oh, crank call? What crank call?
Oh, whatever. You rush off, you get 7 days of shit kicked out of you, and the case is solved. Oh, it's real talent, Commander. I can see why you're such a high flyer.
Davis! You want a drink?
Yeah.
He claimed to have done it.
Well, ask yourself. Is it likely?
I don't know. I'm missing something.
Well, you lost a friend.
Someone's playing games with me.
And a draw is the best you can hope for.
You need me for anything else tonight?
Not really.
Then you won't mind if I get back... Get back to my high flying then, will you?
That's what I'd do in your place.
Leave the groundwork to you, eh?
Yeah, you're not as stupid as you look, Commander.
Well, I wish I could say the same for you, Chief Inspector.
Now, obviously, the computer wouldn't open the airlock itself. I mean, it couldn't be programmed to cause a deliberate disaster, so what they did was rig a charge and prime the computer to set it off. That's the airlock failure warning. And that's pretty much all we Tracking confirmed the ship is on the predicted course. All we don't know is whether Mike and Lara survived.
Are they successfully preserved human beings or simply deep frozen corpses?
We get to know that in 8 years or so.
Still, well done. Mind you, 8 years is one hell of a long time to wait before we know what the charge should be.
Yeah, that's how come I almost missed it. I was looking for the wrong crime.
You had the right crime. Just looking for the wrong motive, that's all.
I did miss something.
No, I did. I have been deliberately kept off balance. Deliberately kept away from the real motive. That must be the key to Lee's death. It must be.
What? What must be?
It's almost left. It's as if I'm being programmed to...
Coordinator.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for coming. I have just been hearing about your giant leap for space, mankind. Congratulations.
Thank you indeed, Commander, but I did very little.
Oh, you're too modest. Tell me, when did the idea first occur to you?
Oh, at the 11th hour, as you would say.
No, I don't think I would say. Please, sit down, Monsieur Patton.
Thank you. I think better on my feet.
Sit down.
I was told there was something you wished me to see as base coordinator.
As
I do
a
not have
biologist,
time.
I assume that you must be aware of the Brussels Accord on animal and human experimentation.
And the regulations arising.
Of course.
Under which you were refused a license for human experimentation.
This was not an experiment.
The crew of the Daedalus be glad to hear that.
It was an emergency. It was their only chance.
So it was, I repeat. When did the idea first occur to you?
That ship didn't go rogue. Someone reprogrammed the computer to make the engines fire when they did.
And that someone had to have enough authority to have absolutely unquestioned access to the ship and to the computer putting together the cargo manifesto.
This is ridiculous.
As ridiculous as sending experimental cryogenic equipment to Mars colony?
Not really essential stores?
I was planning to go there when my tour here is over.
Perhaps you should have told them that.
I'm not expecting you. Or your equipment.
Computer failure.
Poor planning, Professor.
Almost as poor as having to wait for someone else to come up with the idea for the rescue. Must have been pretty sweaty when you found out you had to prompt one of us. Picking a cop was clever, though.
Even if what you say were true, and it is not, no one has been hurt.
No one has been hurt.
If the crew of the Daedalus are dead, you'll be charged with murder. If they survive, they will most probably bring civil suit against you, and I shall most definitely prefer other criminal charges.
You can prove none of this. None of it.
We'll prove it.
I warn you, Commander. I'm a man of influence, and if you pursue this or speak to anyone of your ridiculous ideas, your career here is over, you understand?
Perfectly. Oh, by the way, sir, it would save a lot of unpleasantness if you inform us of any journeys you intend making in the next 8 years or so. Eight years.
Well, it's like the prize fighters used to say. He can run, but he can't hide. Stock Ops.
Duty controller on the Charles de Gaulle.
What can we do for you?
We have a situation here, Commander.
Situation?
We seem to have an unauthorized person in the StarCop office here. Won't come out, won't identify themselves.
Corman? What the hell are you doing here?
Still following you, I'm afraid, sir. We've identified the killer. He came here.
What? To this station? Why?
Looking for you, I think.
Who is he? What's his name?
John Smith.
Oh, it's original.
It's his real name, apparently.
What the hell has he got against me?
He was a construction engineer working on some project out here.
Well, he's one of our people.
He's not a StarCop, no.
No, I mean he was a high frontier.
Oh, yes, he was. Until a moon-based StarCop busted him.
And when was this?
A while ago. As far as we can find out, he was charged with some sort of misdemeanor, and that was the end of his career out here. Even though he was ultimately acquitted.
So he blames the Star Cops.
And decides to revenge himself on me.
That's what it looks like. Look, I'm sorry to have been so melodramatic, but I wanted to keep all this confidential.
Why?
Commander Spring,
Isn't it obvious?
No, it isn't. Not to me.
That's our man.
It's unauthorized, unscheduled, and refuses to acknowledge signals.
I'll keep trying. David, you take the sergeant and you get a shuttle ready for us quickly.
Look, you carry on slow and easy, huh? I'll be right with you. I think she's lying, Nathan. There were never any moon-based Star Cops.
Get the shuttle, David. Control.
Yes, Commander. It's no good. I can't raise him.
Yeah, we're going after him.
Real cops and robbers stuff, eh?
Yes, we're an old-fashioned outfit at heart. Listen, I've got a good idea where he might be going. Are you still tracking him?
Of course.
I need a favor of you.
If I can.
How long before we see him?
Depends how good your eyes are.
Ask a silly question.
We're losing him. Sacrifice our safety margin. Get within clear sight of him quickly.
It's risky.
Well, not as risky as what he's trying to do. What'd you say, Sergeant?
I might, sir. If I knew what that was.
First burn in 3, 2, 1. Firing. Second burn in 3, 2, 1. Firing.
There he is.
Yes. And just look where he is heading.
Jesus Christ, it's that American station. Why in God's name is he headed for that?
What does it matter? We've got him.
Hit the buttons, David.
You'll have to ask me twice.
This is as close as we go.
You're going to let him go after all he's done to you?
That's the point of all this, isn't it? After all he's done to me.
You okay, Nathan?
That's the reason for it. He goes to ground on that unmanned station, he can be absolutely certain the Star Cops are going to go in there after him.
Yeah, and the Americans do what?
Nothing. Nothing. What the hell can they do? With the police politically neutral. With a completely legitimate reason for going in there after him. The Americans can protest till they're blue in the face, but that's all. I'm right, aren't I, Coleman? You had to make me crazy, didn't you? You speak to me, Coleman.
Nathan, would you like to tell me what the hell is going on here?
Don't you see? It's top secret. Nobody knows what the hell it's for. We go in there, we bring him out, he brings out everything he has learned about that station.
When did you spot it?
One of the calls he made to me was charged to Klarman Electronics.
That is a cover organization for the Russians.
That's what Box said. And he's just a sort of computer, isn't he?
No, you didn't buy it.
Anything went wrong, they could be blamed. But that bastard isn't a Russian, is he? He's one of us.
Who the hell is us?
British.
What, he's a British spy?
Yes. Just like her.
Well, not quite like me. I outrank him.
And us, I imagine.
Oh, you had better believe it. Now, if you please, gentlemen, let's go and arrest our murderous psychopath.
Do as she says.
No way.
Do it.
This was all his idea. He is clever. Even if he did get a bit carried away that night in the park. He was always only excited.
He's got a treat in store then.
They didn't even hesitate.
Oh, why the hell should they? They were dealing with a dangerous psychopath, weren't they, Coleman?
They didn't know that.
Yes, they did. I told them. I sent a message by the duty controller asking the Americans to stop him at all costs. On our behalf.
Do you know what you've done?
Yes, I know exactly what I have done. I've just had a man executed. Against all my principles and my beliefs. Do you know I've killed 3 men? 3 since I started this job.
We need to know about that station.
Now, don't you push me, Coleman.
That's why your girlfriend had
Your
to die.
life is hanging by a thread.
We need to know!
I could kill you with my bare hands!
It's about your principles.
You take us home, David.
You could order me to do it, Nathan. I haven't got any principles.
You normally visit cemeteries at night? This place must have cost you a bomb.
What are you doing here, Davis?
Good for you. I wanted to apologise for that bitch Coleman, for not knowing about her.
Well, I didn't spot her either.
I was a fortnight late and a quid short. Oh, that's why they put me on it. Because I'm thick.
I don't understand. I don't understand how they could sacrifice Lee just to put pressure on me.
Oh, don't ask me how their minds work. I'm bringing charges against them anyway. Accessory before and after, conspiracy, anything I can take into court.
Think you get a conviction?
I don't know. But I'll embarrass the hell out of her and her masters. Shine a little light on them.
That's going to cost you your job.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking of asking you for one. Why were you visiting her grave at this time of night?
I thought maybe you could see the stars. I don't know. It seemed an appropriate way to say goodbye.
It's a bit sentimental for my taste.
Well, I'm old-fashioned at heart. Still, that's got to change.
Last time I looked up at the stars, something nasty dropped in my eye. I think it was batshit.
Since the nuclear holocaust, 20 years have passed. But planet Earth has been reduced to a garbage-strewn radioactive desert, inhabited by humans devoid of all hope for a future.
In this sector, in exactly 30 seconds, the hunters and exterminators will begin total disinfestation.
If you go to New York and bring us back that woman, I'll guarantee you a seat for the jury. This is Bronx. His mind is a veritable map of New York City, and that's Ratchet. Who's next? The strongest man in the new Confederacy. How do we get into Manhattan? Getting in will be easy. It's getting out that's impossible.
It is futile to put yourself through all this pain. Tell us all about your mission for the Pan-American Confederacy. a cyborg, Ratchet.
A great ride, friend, but I have a feeling it's about over. Look.
Another sensational blockbuster joins the spectacular new releases from VTC.
Corey Webster is taking off for LA. He lives to thrash. He loves to compete. But the competition is a killer.
Check it out, it's Hook and the Dagger.
You're gonna be the most beautiful girl at the club.
The music of the Bangles, Animotion, Devo, Meatloaf, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Thrashin'.
Well, what do you thrash?
What do you got?
You'd like to be held like that?
Yeah, I'd love it.
Look at us. Ain't it funny? Is it just beginner's luck? Well, maybe.
There he is! Big bad dagger. It's just the game, right, Valley Boy? You like games, right, Valley Boy?
An uphill romance
Corey, please don't go.
to a downhill race. Thrashin', it's not a kid's game anymore.
Hey, hope you're still liking Star Cops. It's a fun show. I enjoy it. It's something I found relatively recently. As putting this show together, I've done that a lot lately. I've torn apart stuff, went and found shows that. Put that aside. Oh, really? Okay. That I didn't know existed. Or that I missed, especially this is a BBC show. So, definitely a show that kind of got forgotten. Evidently did not get forgotten in the BBC because they've brought that back. So, here you guys go. We're going to continue on trucking right along. And we're going on with Space Rangers. Space Rangers, I know I'm plotting this into the future cop theory, the futuristic law enforcement, but it's close. It's adjacent. So here you guys go. This is Space Rangers Episode 2, The Banshee. Enjoy.
Fort Hope, a trading center built on the foundations of races who lived and bartered here a millennia ago. It was a center where beings of all kinds tried to fulfill their lives. It still is. People are born here, get married, and some die here. They call it Fort Hope, but sometimes you can end up with more doubts than hope.
Phony transport papers and a false flight plan. Do you think I've never seen these things before? You're not the first immigrants to try and establish an illegal colony. These syndicate transports come through here at least once a month. Did they tell you about the risks before they took your money? You've lost husbands and wives and children to banshees. And if you keep silent, you condemn others to the same fate. Come on, talk to me. Please. These smugglers are thieves. They took your money. And now they've taken your dreams. Huh? You can't see that? Oh, come on. Talk to me. I guarantee you, I'm much more pleasant than a Central Command interrogator. All right. Take them away.
My God, they'd sell their souls to that smuggling syndicate for a piece of frontier the size of my office.
Looks like that's exactly what some of them did this time.
Well, as long as there's unrest on the planet of New Rio, there'll be smugglers to take advantage of it. Right. Thank you, Schmidt.
Thank you.
Authorized signature accepted.
Loading dogs, please.
Boone, you've been staring at that screen so long, your eyes are gonna crystallize.
I thought you were going to find us another assignment.
You know what I'd like? I'd like to see you take some time off. You know, for yourself. I know it's your anniversary, John. I'm sorry. Divorce is one of the most
We're not divorced, we're separated.
I'd say 2,000 light years from Earth is very separated. How are Sarah and Roxy doing? You haven't talked to Roxy?
You really think she wants to hear from me?
Are you kidding me? Oh, John, she may be confused and angry with you, but you're still her daddy. She still loves you. Will you think about what you're doing?
Colonel Finn, please. Transfer to Captain.
Ever bring any money out? Hey, there he is now. Come on, what's the matter with you?
Hey, welcome back to the world of the living. Stay warm for me. Don't worry about him. Come on. There's somebody I want you to meet. Captain John Boone, Captain Suji Watson.
John Boone? Oh, you don't remember me, do you? We were in training together at New Annapolis.
Really?
Yeah, really. Listen, Jojo was just telling me about your
Separation.
whatever. Hey, listen, can I buy you a drink? Old time's sake.
I'll take a Zulu.
2 Zulus. Hey, you know, I just transferred in here 2 weeks ago, and boy, there's a lot to learn out here.
I'm sorry, but I don't remember you.
I captured you at the Desert Planet Survival Games.
Yeah. You were good.
Mostly luck. My father gave me this rabbit's foot. You know, it hasn't failed me yet.
Captain Booth, Colonel Weiss wants to see you and your crew in mission control. ASAP.
All right, we'll be right there. We'll talk a little later, okay?
Sure.
Let's go.
I'll meet you up there, boss, all right? Come on. Come on, boss.
Good evening. Captain Boone.
Are the base laundry facilities on holiday? You really should try the follicle elimination procedure, Mr. Boone. I can tell you what a joy it is not to have to shave in the morning.
Well, some of us like to be reminded that we're still men. Ain't that right, Jojo?
What did you want to see me about, Colonel?
I have a mission. It's dangerous, but...
There's always a but. What's the mission, Chief?
I have no idea.
It's about the Banshee life form, Mr. Boone. I want you to catch one for me.
What?
Are you out of your mind? How are we supposed to do that?
Well, let's throw a party and invite them. No one ever invites them anywhere. They'd be flattered.
We are at war, Mr. Boone. 15,000 settlers killed in the last 10 years. And we know next to nothing about the species.
For one simple reason. They appear and disappear like ghosts. We don't know where they're going to pop up next.
And even then, they attack like kamikazes. Boss, what is it with this guy?
The safety of the frontiers at stake.
What are you trying to do, Colonel? Work yourself back to a nice desk at Central?
Captain Boone.
Central Command has developed a new device. It's called the XZ-12S. It's a mobile cryogenics unit. It contains a subatomic freezing agent that allows you to immobilize a target and transport it wherever you wish. The new Mayflower was attacked by Banshees in the middle of the Blood Nebula. It's a perfect opportunity.
Banshees would have turned that ship into a sardine tin by now.
But we still have a few alien sardines alive in the tin. There's a life form monitor on board, and we're getting a signal from it.
Mr. Weiss, since you're new to the frontier, let me explain something to you. Nobody has ever survived a close encounter with a Banshee.
Exactly. And Central Command has assigned me to find out what.
And here I thought you'd come out here to check out the good restaurants.
John, this is a red code mission. It's strictly voluntary.
My crew doesn't have a death wish, Colonel.
I'll go. I want to go, Boone.
I'm authorized to offer you triple hazard pay.
We don't need triple hazard pay.
Ah, great. Goon Boy and Superwoman here want to be buried together.
Your pilot's on board, Boone. And your backman?
Ignore them. She's got a personal grudge against Banshees, and he's too green to know better.
Commander Chenault, we are getting a low-frequency video image over the lifeform monitor on the new Mayflower.
Well, put it up.
Try channel 23B. Hey, you must have tapped the camera into the lifeform signal.
Smart kid.
How long did it take this signal to get here?
Over an hour, sir. I hate to say it, the lifeform monitor shows there are many non-human entities on board the time the signal was sent.
Well, if that's true, he's survived longer among Banshees than any other human ever has before.
Jojo, how soon before Lizzie's ready to go?
If we can get a slot in the Lightspeed Donut, Lizzie can have us to the Blood Nebula inside 3 hours.
Slow down. This is a scientific mission, not an emergency rescue.
Well, to hell with your scientific mission, Weiss. There's a boy on this ship.
And I want you to go after that boy. If you agree to bring me a Banshee.
Hey, why does this always have to be me? Can't we talk about this?
Wow. I don't believe this. We finally found a way to shut him up.
Well, it looks like it worked.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
All right, member, thaw him out.
You think this thing will freeze a banshee?
Oh, absolutely. I think. You feel like an ice cube in a cocktail. Captain Moon, I really want to go on this one. This is what a scientist lives for.
Sorry, member.
I'm the only one who knows how to operate the XZ-12S.
Nice try.
Captain Boone, what if the Banshee's knowledge of physics allows him to create a cross-anomalistic force field which straddles matter and antimatter at the same time?
Hit your gear.
Yes!
Since when do you visit Graka temples, my friend?
We're going after banshees. Interested?
Ship 377, priority launch in 6 minutes.
Wait up, guys. This is heavy.
Well, going after this kid is a bad idea. Once the bird is on the flame, you can pretty much guarantee it's cooked.
Well, you know, if you're scared, we can go without you.
Let me ask you something, pretty boy. How the hell did you get so stupid?
Hey, Boone. Bring it back.
Nice knowing you, Boone. See, everyone thinks this is a bad idea. Boss, everyone thinks you know what cards you have.
Loading bay door engaged. Please clear the area.
Nobody has to go if they don't want to. Nothing will be said.
What? Somebody's got to go along with you clowns to save your butts out there. My old man told me to join the Peace Corps, but no, I had to be a hero.
For Graka, to fight a banshee is a great privilege. Many generations ago, Graka discovered the secret to killing a banshee.
So what's the secret?
I don't know. It was lost in the shadow of time.
I hate it when you talk like that. Hey, fighting banshees ain't no gold in everything.
All right, people, let's cut the chatter. Come on, let's blow.
Be a tough dance, Lizzie.
Hey, Doc, when you threw wet in your pants, how about firing me up?
I'll fire you up anytime, sweetheart.
Come on, Doc. That's no way to talk to a lady.
Ha, lady!
Don't go get mushy on the kid. Hey, Doc, how about some music?
I thought you didn't like my music.
I changed my mind.
She takes my mind off where we're going. welcome to the Blood Nebula, boys. This place gives me the creeps. There she is.
Boss! I got a warning light switch coming up. What graveyard did you that old tub at?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean, what am I talking about? When's the last time you saw something like that? That's an off freighter. My old man used to engineer on one when I was a kid.
Jojo, get on the horn to the boy, let him know where he is.
This is Ranger Sling Ship 377 to the New Mayflower. Do you copy? This is Ranger Sling Ship 377 to the New Mayflower. Do you copy? Come on, kid. Talk to us, damn it! We're in a no parking zone.
Where'd he go, sweetheart? I'm told kids really respond when they're screamed at.
Captain, I'm losing the sonar signal.
What's happening here?
It's gone. What do you mean it's gone?
Oh, hell. It's disappeared. It's gone.
Transports don't just vanish.
This one did. Jojo, anything yet?
Nothing. If anyone's out there, they're ignoring our signal.
Oh, man. This feels like a trap, boss.
Well, if it is, we're already in it. Keep your eyes open, people.
Boy, I don't like this. Did I tell you I didn't like this?
It detects no presence of life outside the ship.
Listen, did I tell you? Well, listen to me. I told you, boss. There's nothing right.
Will you cut the chatter? Jojo, anything?
Nothing. It's all clear on sonar range up to 750,000 kilometers.
The logic says it's still there.
That's logic?
Come on!
Do you have any idea the molecular significance of this cross-spatial anomaly?
Docking maneuver initiated. Docking in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Docking complete.
Let's move! Hey, boss, hold on a second. Hey, what happens if we go out there and the whole thing Doc,
I'll deal with that when and if it happens. Jojo, Doc lives in the rear branch.
John! Hey, boss! John! What the hell is the matter with him, son? He's taking chances he shouldn't even be taking.
Doing it for the child.
Yeah. That kid? Or his own? Airlock seal complete. Lower airlock open, boss.
Excuse me, Mimran's Island are the loading party.
Why not me?
I need you to take care of our ride home.
But I'm your back man. I'm supposed to guard your back.
This is our bag. You stay right over this hatch and you keep it open. And we're gonna be moving when we get back. Chances are there's gonna be something big and hairy right on our tails.
Yes, sir.
When you shoot something big and hairy, make sure it's not me.
Hey, see there. You made a joke.
Apologize.
No. That's okay, son. That's okay. Get those.
Jojo, keep the communicators on open channel so you can hear everything that's going on.
Roger, Bone.
Oh, man. What the hell am I doing here?
All right, let's go find the kid.
Hey! Use the K-40. It's not as accurate.
Friendly fire goes to the turf, Kincaid. The rule is never let a hostile force take the ship. We lose our ride home, everyone dies.
Why did you volunteer for this? Boone said you had a personal grudge against the Banshees.
I'm from New Venus. Ever heard of it?
Yeah, only women live there.
You know why?
No.
A long time ago, the Banshees attacked our shipping lanes. The men decided to bail. The women stayed and defended their homes. The culture of my entire planet was destroyed and then reshaped because of Banshees. That was just the beginning. I've been looking for a chance to pay them back.
Packed them in here like cattle. All right. Simon, Doc, you take point. Remember, you're right behind him. I'm back, man.
Remember? You stick to my butt just like day-old underwear.
Doc, maybe you'd like to get a marching band to announce us. You all right?
Extraordinary. These webs appear to be conducting electrical current. You got a great way of stating the obvious, remember? All right, back in business.
Captain, I don't understand why we haven't been attacked.
That ain't a bad thing, is it, Z-Man? Come on, you clowns, help me up. Help me up.
Doc, your old man flew one of these. Did he ever bring you on board?
Yeah, I spent the summer vacation shoveling ore.
Do you remember where the command center is?
It wasn't that way.
All right. I'll take point. Xylan, you're back.
Anybody else hear that? Come on.
Must be the captain.
Maybe he's died of natural causes, huh?
Jojo, we're in command.
Still no sign of the boy.
All quiet on this front, too.
His eardrum's ruptured. I can do an autopsy in 3 minutes.
This isn't biology class, remember?
Hey, boss. This thing's got 10 levels. I don't think there's any way we're ever gonna find this kid.
Doc, see if that PA's still there.
She's hot.
Kid, this is Captain Boone of the Space Rangers. We're here to take you home.
If you can hear this, come to the rear transfer port. Again, come to the rear transfer port.
Or at least give us a sign you're still alive.
All right, Jojo, we're moving on.
Got it.
Was that here before?
Don't say that, you. Busy little critters.
Where'd he go?
That's it! I'm doing it! Slow down, Junior! They need us! They need us to do the jobs we were assigned to do!
All right. Nice knife work, Z-Man. I owe you one.
It was my pleasure.
Remember, you wanted a Banshee, shake the hand of one.
Get your...
Get up out of here, you two. We gotta get out of here. Hey, Boone. All these damn Banshees. That kid's gotta be toast. I said we just get the hell out of here.
No, we're not leaving until I know that for sure.
What's the matter with you? Is there something personal with you or what?
If it were my daughter out there, I wouldn't want anyone bailing on her. Jojo, get me Chenault.
Well, here we are again. Listen very carefully to me. We have reason to believe there's someone still alive on the ship. A small boy.
Tommy, you told me he was dead.
Is he a member of the crew?
Yes, you told me he was dead.
No, she's lying. No, I'm one of them. Come on. I'm one of them.
What is your name?
Irina, please, you can't leave him there.
Irina, why would your son run away from the Rangers?
Boone, I got news.
Let's hear it.
I heard from Chenault. The kid's name is Tommy. And she found out why he ran away. He's deaf.
He's deaf, that's it. The Banshee screams disrupt the central nervous system and paralyze him. Even kill it close quarters.
It also fries your brain, right?
So what do we do, Mimmer?
Doc, give me your leg. What? Give me your leg.
I'm kind of using it right now.
Your right leg. Put it up here.
What?
What are you doing here?
What is it?
It's deep-density polyresin used to quiet Doc's calf motor. But now, it's Banshee baffle. Put it in your ear.
I'll just need one piece, so I'll turn the metal one down.
All right, Mimmer. You go first, see if this stuff works.
Banshee baffle. Yeah. You're going alone, boss. Silent. For your ears.
I will face the Banshees in my own way.
think you're doing? I just received a communique from Central ordering Captain Boone to abandon his search for the boy and bring home a banshee intact.
The violin is such a remarkable instrument. The finest achievement of humanity. Contained in a few ounces of wood and varnish.
I only came to tell you that I'm refusing that order. If you wish to institute court-martial proceedings, you'll get no help from me.
This one was made 300 years ago from one of the greatest violin makers who ever lived. It requires such discipline to bring out its harmonies.
We have our own disciplines and harmonies on the frontier, Mr. Wise, except we play them in a different key. I hope you develop the ears and heart to find them.
Commander Chenu, I know you might not believe this, but my prayers are with Captain Boone and his crew.
Thank you. I'm glad to know that.
Find this kid, Boone, and get the hell out of here.
Can't move. The vibration. The boy might be able to feel our vibration. That's right. I'm coming.
Doc, the kid can feel it hooking the banshees.
Yeah, but they don't know we're here already.
Button it up.
Captain. What is it? You know that was my sense. What do you got?
What's going on, Seaman? Huh? Talk to me. Get him up!
Tom! It's all right. It's all right. We're here to help you. I know you're deaf. Do you understand me? Can you read lips? You can read lips. It's okay, Tommy. We're gonna take you home. It's okay.
Hey, Boone, give him to me. Give him to me. Hey, look. I'm just like you.
Go ahead, Tommy. It's a mechanical ear.
It doesn't work. Does it work? Yeah, it's about the only thing on me that does work.
Cap, it's flashing. It's happening again.
Something is dragging you. I'm losing visual contact. Return to the ship. You copy?
Cosmos.
Stabilizer malfunctioning. Stabilizer malfunctioning. Stabilizer malfunctioning.
I think the Banshees are using altered physics to take us on an unscheduled trip.
Jojo, get Lizzie out of here!
Sorry, Boone, can't do that. I'm missing a few passengers.
Forget about us! Disengage, damn it!
Okay, Cap, whatever you say. Hold the airlock! You touch that airlock, Kincaid, and I'll blow your butt back to Fort Hope.
What you just said!
No woman from New Venus has ever run from a Banshee. I am not going to be the first.
Ion generators overloaded. Ion generators overloaded. Ion generators overloaded.
Boom! They're trying to take you home to mother. Come on, you tin buckets! Pull! Move! Get out! Get out now!
I thought I told you to disengage!
So court-martial me! Just get out of there!
Tommy, you have to tell me everything you know about the Banshees.
Come to the left, Fadiga! Get back into the engine! Oh my god. They're using the power of the engine. Pull us into their dimension. If they get to Lizzie, they'll get our technology. We'll be defenseless.
Doc, how do you get to the engine room? Doc!
What? I'm thinking. I know the way.
Oh man, Boone, this is the Twin Vision Claw 500. This is my old man's ship. I helped him rebuild the valve unit in this damn thing.
Doc, we don't have time to reminisce. How do we shut it down?
We can't. My old man told me he's the crankiest engine in the whole fleet.
So now what?
Hold on to this. Told me the turbines in these things will overload if you even look at them cross-eyed.
So what are we gonna do? Gonna blow it up?
Yeah! The hell do you think I'm gonna do? Leave my old man's ship for the Banshees? Now we got about 2 minutes to bail. Let's get out of here.
Let's go!
Come on! Come on, get out of here!
Come on!
We got water. Let's go! Come on, move, move, move! Fight that damn gun!
Stay with us, Emma! Freeze up!
It worked. Think again, remember?
You okay?
Life form signal disconnect.
Yeah! I'm alright!
My old man hated that ship anyway.
Hey, Boone! Let's go home!
Let's go home. Here, try this.
Can you hear me? Tommy? Tommy?
Can you hear my mom? Yeah.
Tommy!
Hey, kid. Hey, kid. Here. Hey, keep the ear, right? It's my gift to you. Over here, okay? All right.
Well, he's a lucky boy, thanks to you.
Hey, did you ever find out who's running the syndicate?
Oh, it's going to be a lot of work, but we've got to start.
Hey, Boom.
Welcome back, Captain. Guess the rabbit's foot worked.
Yeah, I guess it did.
You know, I've never seen a banshee. I'd love to hear what it was like. Maybe over dinner?
You know, I'd like that, but I promised myself I'd talk to my kid tonight.
Boone said you brought me back a Banshee. Where is it? Right here. My God. He's eating it.
It was foretold by witches. It was conceived through sorcery. And it was to be destroyed by all that is evil. But the courage of one mortal saved it. And so, into an age of darkness, in a time of mysticism, sacrifice, and plunder, there came the only light, the Beastmaster. Born with the strength of a black tiger, the courage of an eagle, the power that made him more than any hero. More than any lover. He was lord and master over all beasts. He was the Beastmaster. Behold the wonder, the horror, the fantasy, the challenge of the one warrior they called the Beastmaster. Mark Singer is Dar, Tanya Roberts is Carrie, Rip Torn is Mayak, John Amos is Seth. Together they take us on a fascinating journey back into unexplored times. Conquer your fears. Face the unknown. And discover the incredible link between man, animal, and all that is phantasmagorical. In the world of Dungeons, Dragons, and Dar. The Beastmaster. The epic adventure of a new kind of hero.
Her courage was forged out of fire. Her power, a gift of the gods. Her destiny, to become a glorious new hero. Red Sonja. Only one man on Earth is man enough to win her.
Don't be a fool.
Try it. To love her. To join her great adventure. Arnold Schwarzenegger is Lord Kalidor.
Kill them.
Two legends unite to destroy the Earth's greatest evil.
God, Majesty, what you want? The world, Eichel!
We must find a way in. Your Highness learns fast.
I make it a rule never to take a woman unless she can beat me in a fair fight.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Why not?
Brigitte Nielsen. A warrior. A woman. A magnificent new legend.
Alright. Hope you guys like Space Rangers. Unfortunately, when Space Rangers first came out, people did not like it. It made it one episode on the air. The rest of the episodes were canned and then aired later. They did show overseas, but they took forever for them to get here in the United States. Man, it's kind of like the Clerks cartoon. Anybody watch that? I love that show. It's like, who's driving car? Oh no, bear driving car. Alright, so we're keeping on track along. You know, a lot of police procedurals were huge back in the 80s and in the 90s and now even, you know. So it's not surprising that they did Space Precinct, a space procedural show with aliens. It was just weird. I talked to somebody the other day and they had it. It was on Saturday mornings in their local area. Man, I'll tell you what, like I said, mine, it was on everywhere. I mean, I remember watching it in the middle of the night, and I remember watching it first thing in the morning. I'd set my VCR timer, when you had to set a VCR timer, not DVR. You didn't set your DVR, you set your TiVo. You put a VHS tape in, and you set the timer, and you hope that's what you got. And if you're like me, and I used to record ECW Wrestling, at 2 a.m. on the Fox Sports Ohio channel. If you were lucky, you got it. Sometimes you got, you know, college sports or kickboxing or golf. You were lucky, like every other week you might get lucky and get actual episode of ECW. But that's the way it was with Space Precinct. Every once in a while you got lucky, you got a full episode of Space Precinct. So here you go. This is Space Precinct episode 4, and this is Double Duty. Enjoy.
The name's Brogan, Lieutenant Brogan. For 20 years, I was with the NYPD. Now, well, let's just say I've transferred to another precinct.
beautiful. Violet eyes, gorgeous. Green hair.
Yeah, sounds like love.
No, this is more than love. We're talking major lust here.
Yeah, so?
So, that's when I find out that our species doesn't do duos. They do trios. They've got 3 sexes. Male, female, and other. What does that leave me?
2232 Zackleon Drive.
Huh?
Nissam's apartment.
Don't you guys never go home?
Got a job to do, Mr. Nissam. Protect and serve, you know?
I call it protect and persecute. You tear my place apart in the morning and then spy on me all night. I'm tired of this.
Why don't you just make it easy on all of us and stop selling black crystal?
You got no proof I moved crystal. This is harassment, plain and simple.
Well, maybe you ought to file a complaint, Mr. Nissam.
Well, maybe I should drop by and have a talk with you guys. Up close and personal.
I love this job.
There you go, the way, boss. We better cancel the delivery.
Why? This setup is perfect. We can move it right under the cops' noses.
Cops? Are you involved with the police or Turi?
Not to worry, doll. You just concentrate on doing what you do best. Being beautiful.
Sublight pizza. Hey.
About time. Meet you in the bay. I'll be back.
A vault full of ill-gotten gains and he stays home on Saturday night and eats pizza?
Scan the bike serial number.
Hot delivery anywhere on Altar, guaranteed.
Get out of here.
Torrance? Pyro?
What's happening? Torrance? Pyro?
Betty's in the room alone. Green hair.
Damn, Nissam.
Well, he did say he'd drop by.
Come on, let's get out of here!
Do you have a name and address or anything?
I don't know. I can't remember.
What's on the menu, Janie? Mugging victim. Patrol 7 found her wandering around downtown. And the kicker is she can't even remember her own name. Any ID? No, she was cleaned out, except for this.
Grab your gear. We got a code 3 in the Heights.
Somebody's whacked Turi Nissam. Brogan and Haldane have called for backup.
Stay there, dear. We'll be right back.
Cream or sugar?
Cream, no sugar. I think.
Yeah. Dinner's still moving.
Let's see if anybody else is. got a dead fish here.
Yeah, baby makes 3.
Police! Come out of there!
Please, don't hurt me.
It's all right, we're cops. Just tell us what happened.
I didn't see it. It attacked those men. I heard it go that way.
Stay with her.
Brogan!
Roof clear?
Nobody got past us.
Nobody came down the main elevator.
Damn it! We lost him.
Our double-sided special comes with an extra triple topping.
I'm not ordering a pizza. I'm investigating a major felony. And we think one of your delivery guys is involved.
Like I say, that bike isn't registered with us. We got no such bike. We got no such driver. But we do have a double-sided extra special with a little something on.
I hate pizza. Put out an APB on that bike, now!
Captain, check out the latest report from Interplanetary. Could be linked to Nissim's murder.
The Gemini gang are making a run on the black crystal trade.
All across the quadrant. There's dead crystal dealers from here to Earth. They're wiping out the competition on a dozen planets.
Including Altor, it seems. Nissim had this in his hand when he dropped in on us.
Black crystal. At least 2 ounces worth.
I'd say it was closer to 3. And supposedly, a single gram will extend a human's life 3 years.
Huh. Or a Creon's 20. And an entire species extinct in order to get it. You could buy half of Demeter with that rock.
Then why didn't the killer take it?
Because he didn't care about crystal. He was after Nissim. A real pro.
Nah, not that professional. He left the witness.
I met Mr. Nissim at the Kafka Club. He seemed nice, so I let him take me to his place. Just to talk.
When the killer attacked, what exactly did you see, Miss Amias?
Not much. There was a sound in the corridor. Mr. Nissim's friends pulled out these big guns, told me to get behind the curtains. I couldn't see anything, but I heard them scream. Sorry.
It's all right.
You're doing fine. Is there anything else you remember? Anything you'd like to tell us?
Just, I wish I'd never come to Demeter City.
Well, at least Demeter's not boring.
No, it's not boring. Talos 3, my home planet, that's boring. I wish I were there now.
Well, for right now, Miss Amias, we'd like you to stay in town, at least until we finish our investigation.
You can call me Alicia if you want.
Only if you call me Jack.
Stay here. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
How's she read, Tookie?
Anxious, scared, the way anybody would be. But beyond that, can't tell you much.
That girl's lucky to be alive.
Yeah, I think Alicia knows that.
Only if you call me Jack? How's our mystery girl feeling?
Not very well. She still can't remember anything. And I haven't found a single linguistic match with the symbols on her disc.
Doesn't look like any language I've ever seen. What's your guess, Beazle?
Well, that is not a language. These might be mathematical symbols of some kind. Perhaps it's a data disk.
Sounds like a job for a walking computron. Hey, Slow-Mo, come to Papa. Chow down, boy.
What in space is he saying?
That is Megalese, the language of our people. Your people, our people. We remember who we are now. We are the Queen. of Megalon 7. You may kiss a royal hand.
Jack his power cells!
Can't do that. We'll wipe his memory bank to day one.
Well, press restart! Press reset! Press something!
What is going on here?
Just a minor problem, sir.
Minor problem, huh? You know how much these RSA units cost? Fix it, or I'll suspend the both of you for a month, without pay!
Do you need me to arrange transportation for you back to the hotel?
No, thanks. I'll just grab a transit.
That's very pretty. The, pendant, I mean.
My father gave it to me. It represents the two sides of each of us. The good and the not so good. It's a talisman against harm.
Well, I'm glad it was working tonight.
He's at it again.
That's what I like best about you, Officer Haldane. You never let personal feelings color your judgment.
Really? What else do you like about me?
It's a short list, Haldane, and it's getting shorter by the minute.
It's the last minute of the second half, and we're tied 2-2. I make it past the backs, the sweeper, the goalkeeper, and I kick the ball right at the net.
And you win the game.
No way. Goalkeeper's a Tarn. He used telekinesis to push the ball away from the net.
That's cheating.
Tell it to the ref. He's a Tarn too.
Liz, where you been? Dinner?
I was giving Zill a bath.
Well, sit down and eat your dinner. Without Zill, please.
But she loves to eat with us.
Yeah, well, I don't love eating with her. This is your mother. Matt.
Yo, Matt, you in the burrow?
Yo, how's it scanning, Earthman?
Smooth as space. Work me in. Ready to tweak out?
Sure, I got the stuff.
Does an Antarian have wings?
See ya, Prime Elders, and Ozzy and I are headed for the Lorebird.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. To do what, Matt?
A special project, the two of us, and Ozzy and I. We're working on it together.
You and Anazi have been out every night this week.
It's a big project. Bye. Wow. All right.
Let's go.
Don't play with that. Eat them. It's fine. It's vegetables. Okay? What's wrong?
What do you know about this Anazi kid?
Well, his parents live downtown at the Caruthian commune.
What's a human family doing in a Caruthian commune?
His parents tend the egg incubators.
What?
It's just for the next 2 years till their indentured service is up.
Indentured service, egg incubators. You know, I knew Demeter was going to be different from New York, but I didn't think it'd be this different.
I like it here. It's weird and fun.
From the mouths of babes.
There's nothing normal here.
Well, at least Zill's normal.
Hey, did you see the Trivid reports on Nissim? Someone took out him and his whole gang. Who do you figure it was?
I know nothing about nothing. And I don't talk about it neither. And I advise you to do the same. Who's there?
Some slack, Officer Brogan. I mean, why are you always on Matt's case about his friends?
Not all his friends, just this Anazi kid. How long's he been going to Matt's school?
About a month. They bust him up from downtown. His teacher thinks he's fit in very well, considering.
Considering what?
Well, the downtown kids tend to be more violent.
That does it. I don't want Matt hanging with his Anazi character anymore.
Patrick, he's...
We'll finish this later. Yeah.
Hey, Brogan. We just answered a 187 down here in District 9.
You'll be interested in the particulars.
Go ahead.
We got a double-sided special with an extra triple topping of lizard.
With black crystal on the side.
And a dead dealer on the wall.
Looks like the same hitter that took out Nissim is still at work. Any leads?
Just one. Central Tracking's got a lock on your mystery pizza bike.
Where?
District 6. Headed your way.
Okay.
This is the police. Descend to ground level at once. Descend to ground level.
Yo, ha-ha!
Man, I hate it when they do that.
Oh, come on! 242.1 VC District 6 in progress. All units respond. Remind me to give that jerk a ticket.
And I only had 3 more payments to go. I don't know what he looks like. Sounds like it's just a voice on a blanked-out screen.
Yeah, we've heard of Mr. Zanuck.
If you never saw him, how'd you do your job?
When he calls, I go to the car park at the spaceport. That's where I pick up my pizzas.
Which you then delivered all over town to a bunch of lowlifes.
Yeah, and every one of them a lousy tipper.
And you had no idea you were moving black crystal.
Hey, I never look in the boxes. Figured it wouldn't be too good for my health, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Let me guess. You don't know who's knocking off all the dealers in town either, right?
You must be part Tarn, officer. You read my mind.
So how's he read, Tootie?
He's a creep, but he's telling the truth. He's strictly an errand boy.
Let's make sure I've got this right. Your ship was attacked, crew killed. You were sold into slavery on Andron after 3 years?
4 years.
Excuse me, 4 years. 4 years on Andron, you escaped. You hitched a ride on a freighter and ended up on Alto.
It has been a difficult journey, but now it is over. As soon as you contact our people, we will return home.
You know, Your Majesty, Megalon 7 is very, very far away, and the cost of a comm call is rather high.
Yes?
I'm not authorized to make that kind of expenditure.
A way will be found.
How about a cup of coffee?
Cream, no sugar.
How's her queenship?
Lost in the ozone. She needs a major psych workup. She's rather sweet, though, in her own royal way.
Yeah, sounds like a job for social services.
Yeah, except they're booked solid. So we're stuck with her until I track down a bed in a shelter.
What are you doing here?
Can we talk a sec, Dad?
Now? I'm working here.
Yes, now.
Sure. What's the problem, son?
Mom says you want me to quit being friends with the Nazi.
Yeah,
Why?
because you and your friend have been up to something all week, and you won't tell us what it is.
That's right, and I want it to be okay with you.
Matt, I don't like this. I don't like it one damn bit. I saw you two and the stuff you had. Now, what is it?
I don't want to tell you what it is. Not yet. It's okay anyway. I'm asking you to trust me.
You're asking a lot.
Exactly.
Okay. You got it.
Great. Thanks, Dad.
Visitor out.
Be right with you, Lieutenant.
Brogan. Listen to this. Alicia, tell my partner what you just told me.
Well, I didn't want to bother you.
No bother. Go ahead.
This morning, I remembered at the Kafka Club where I met Mr. Nissim. He had an argument with this awful man.
And what did Mr. Nissim call this awful man?
Zanuck. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah. He's probably the biggest black crystal smuggler on the planet.
Then why haven't you arrested him?
Nobody knows what he looks like. He changes his face as often as the rest of us change our socks.
Yeah, and if we can't ID him, we can't arrest him.
Well, I can help. I mean, I know what Zanuck looks like. This week, anyway.
Would you excuse us? I know what you're thinking, and I don't like it.
Look, Brogan, Zanuck is public enemy number one. Alicia can help us nail him.
Mm-hmm. You're letting your hormones get the best of you, Haldane. You really want to take her out in the field?
She's game. I mean, come on, Brogan, what choice do we have? Zanuck is either behind the other two murders or he's the next target.
According to his pizza guy, Zanuck's current base of operation is in this area.
Hey, wait a minute. We got company.
Anybody look familiar?
That's him, the one in the green jacket. He was the one that Nissim called Zanuck at the Kafka Club.
Not for me.
Stay put.
But Jack!
Right now, he's Officer Haldane. Looks like Zanuck's got his very own pizzeria here.
Yeah, complete with live maggots.
Cover!
22nd and Lexington reported.
No tracks, no prints.
I've never seen a cleaner crime scene.
If you don't count the blood.
Yeah. Oh, great. Hardly. Just what we need.
Central Control Unit 12. Report vector location.
Additional officers required.
Unit 12, en route to downtown.
This doesn't bother you?
Yeah, it does bother me, and I try not to let it show.
All units, code blue, Demeter City West Side. Respond.
What?
All units, code blue, Demeter City West Side.
We need to talk.
Okay.
You were the only ones there?
Yeah, the girl stayed in the car. She didn't see anything.
We figure the perp went out the back way.
So we can't identify the hitter. Or even establish if there was a hitter.
Establish if there was a hitter?
Do I need to draw a picture? We have no arrests. We have no suspects. And the only fellas present at the crime scene
Are always the same pair of street cops.
Mayor's office is starting to ask questions. And the word on the street is that 2 of my guys have gone rogue.
Ooh. Come on, Cam, are you trying to tell us you think that we killed those 2 scumbags?
Get some results and soon, or what I think won't matter.
Heavy traffic inbound. Use caution.
Hi. Big news flash from the Matt front.
Yeah?
Yeah. You gotta get home at a decent hour, though. Apparently, all will be revealed tonight.
I'll try, okay?
All right, Slow-Mo, it's showtime. Come on, boy, say something. Do something, anything.
Officer Beazle, how do you want to handle this? Payroll deduction or credit transfer? All these interstellar dispatches logged to your account. You owe the department a pile of cash, pal.
62,000 credits worth of dispatches to Megalon 7 from my number. You had to feed Slow-Mo that cockamamie disc, and now he's making interstellar calls on my account.
I hope you're satisfied.
Good morning. What's happened? Where am I? Reverse, forward, stop.
Look, if you change your mind about leaving, I would love to show you some of the nice parts of Demeter.
Can we go see the first settler's fortress?
And the fabulous cave mountains.
Hey, Haldane, I got some news on our vanishing hitman.
It would be more appropriate to say that we have some news.
And if you haven't noticed, Slow-Mo's talking again.
Right, what about the hitman?
I put Slow-Mo to work on our Black Crystal Killer. He cross-referenced every interplanetary file on murders with similar MOs. Came up with some surveillance pics from Xania taken 2 months ago. Poor quality, but with some luck and a lot of computer enhancement, we'll know what our killer looks like before the end of the shift.
Good work. Look, do you mind hanging around a little bit, taking a look at Orin's pictures?
Not at all.
Officer Orin, you have now exceeded maximum allotted break time.
Anyone ever tell you you're no fun, Slow-Mo?
Yeah, you yourself stated.
Okay, we'll work while I eat. Post the pics files on the wall monitor.
Transmitting.
Run them in sequence. One more time.
Officer Castle, I have 3 different social service agencies in 3 different districts yelling at me that you're leaning on them. Talk to me, officer.
Well, there's this bag lady, sir, mugging victim. I'm trying to find a place for her where she could be safe.
Well, don't let it get out of hand.
Whoa! Rattling a few cages, huh?
Give it a rest, Haldane.
You know, that's what I like best about you, Officer Castle. You never let your personal feelings color your judgment.
Run them in sequence. One more time. Hold it. Go back 1. Make it 2. There. We haven't played with this one. Enhance it to maximum available factor. Punch in a vector grid. Emphasize line 10 between 20.36 and 40.19. Trace profile. Stop. Back up. Stop. Enhance. Stop.
You're clever, Officer Oren. Much more clever than you appear. Don't even try. You'll never make it.
Intruder alert, intruder alert. Security breach of relaxation area 6-1, 6-1. Intruder alert, intruder alert. Officer down, relaxation area 6-1. Officer down, officer down, officer down. Relaxation area 6-1.
Lieutenant Brogan, report.
Cleared Alpha section. I'm beginning to think our perp's flown the coop.
It's possible, but it's also possible he's still hanging around, so keep looking. Proceed with extreme caution. Consider our perp armed and extremely dangerous.
That's news.
What are you doing here?
I heard what happened. I was worried about you.
Look, it's not safe. Get back to the main office. Go on, I'll be all right. Let's go.
How is he?
Deep in coma 6. Slow-mo's in an even worse state.
Slow-mo?
Apparently he got between Oren and the killer. Only thing that saved him.
I back you on the street for 7 years and you go and get nailed right here in the station house.
Are you okay?
I'm on emergency standby. Podley thinks I'm part of a conspiracy to knock off crystal smugglers. Oren's an EC. And my partner's fallen for an alien who lives God knows how many light years away. All in all, I'd rather be in Philadelphia.
Ah, but you're here for your family.
Hey, Dad. Yo, Mr. Brogan, how do we look?
I think they look great.
It's a school project, an oral report on ancient Greece. You know, Greece, Earth.
Yeah.
Comedy? And like tragedy. Neat, huh?
Yeah, pretty neat. This is what you guys been up to all this time?
Every last minute, we had to make most of the stuff ourselves.
Hardest part was getting the colored liquid for these masks. Took forever to find the right color.
So, what do you think, Officer Brogan?
Well, you know, I mean...
Yeah. Forget it, Dad. Just be there at school on Friday night. We'll be performing in front of all the kids and their parents.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Hey, look, everybody. I'm happy. Now I'm sad. Happy. Sad. Happy.
My father gave it to me. It represents the two sides of each of us. The good and the not so good.
Alicia.
Jack, what are you doing here?
Watching Oren. What are you doing?
I just wanted to see how he was doing.
None of the stuff.
Jack!
Now, Brogan thinks that you've been using us to get to Zanuck and to cover your tracks.
What do you think, Jack? Do I really look like I could have killed those men? I wouldn't hurt anyone, especially you. You know how I feel about you. You're going to show me the fabulous cave mountains.
Alicia!
You all right?
What's wrong with you guys? You never seen a hero cop before?
Hey, you feeling okay?
No. I just couldn't stand looking at those nurses in EC anymore.
Mom, you're supposed to be at the shelter.
We pulled a lot of strings to get you in there.
No, I must stay in this place.
But you can't. We haven't anywhere for you to sleep.
That
no
will
food,
not be necessary. Our retainers will arrive soon to fetch their queen.
Mom, what if you're not a queen and there are no retainers? What if you're just a very sweet lady who's a little confused?
Sergeant Fredo, what system does that ship hail from?
I have no idea, Captain. I've never seen anything like it.
Your Majesty, to have you return to us after all these years, we had almost given up hope.
Relax, old friend. Our long nightmare is over. And now to business. You will be reimbursed for communiques which your robot dispatched to our home world. And you must accept a token of our appreciation. Take this, my dear, as a token of my affection. It will bring you good fortune. And please, never forget that the universe is a vast and amazing place, full of limitless possibilities.
This shift isn't over yet, people. Get back to work.
Manhattan apartment, Dr. Anton Mordred has stood guard between our world and the dark dimensions. Now, after centuries of waiting, evil's ultimate warrior has arrived.
Cabal is a demon who uses mortals to do his bidding.
What difference does it make if I want this dying planet?
A sorcerer is not a god. It will be beyond the apocalypse.
Our powers can be amusing.
This man's gotta die!
Dr. Mordred, master of the unknown.
There's a newcomer in town. His name is Django.
Hope you're still liking Space Precinct. Space Precinct was lucky enough to have a decent run. Definitely, it was a syndicated show. One, they had already had it, so they sold it to different networks. I want to say it was on the WB or the UPN channel locally. Might be wrong. Could be Fox. But I think whoever bought it, so probably on multiple channels. This might be another reason why it was on at weird times. I might have just watched it on the WB channel one time, and then on the UPN the next, and Fox another time, and could be. I don't know, because I can't remember what channel I watched it on. All right, here we go. I know some of you did not like this show, but it fits the parameters for this show, the future of law enforcement, and that is Man and Machine. I liked Man and Machine. I mean, yeah, it's a little hokey, but I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was fun. So we're going to go ahead with some Man and Machine, and this is episode 6, Man's Fate. Enjoy.
Tonight on Man and Machine.
Showtime. He came up the stairs, knocked over the first stuff he saw. Made kind of a mess. There's a print down there. We'll get a cast of it. He blew open this door. That got the guard's attention. He must have come in while the guy was looking for stuff. Not that there's anything you'd want in here. Watch what you touch, by the way. They struggled. Broke things up right across the room. They came in this direction. This all happened between, somewhere between 1 and 2. We're checking the security records to nail down the time of his rounds, but these guys always futz them, so whatever we find will only be approximate. Anyway, it was a hell of a fight. And the guard wound up losing.
And Machine.
Machine!
Rose? Come on, girl. Time to eat. Hello. Morning, Captain. Sorry, I'm running 10 minutes late. Okay, 40. Of course, she's always on time. If my internal clock was Swiss-made, I'd be on time, too. Give me a break, will you?
You're talking to me.
Huh?
But there's no one else here.
What?
County Consolidated Utilities. Power, water, phones, satellite meters. Seems that some people have been turning off the limiters during the brownouts. Not that I would accuse you of anything like that.
They're out back. You know, just lock the door when you leave, okay?
Sorry, a resident must accompany me at all times.
Hey, I'm late for work.
Company regs. Some customers claim that we tamper with the meters.
Look, Eddie, I'm a police detective. I'm on duty and I'm late for an emergency situation. If you make me stay, you'll be interfering with the performance of my duties.
But a resident must accompany me at all times.
Hey, you want a resident? Rose, hey, come here, Rose. Hey, stay with Eddie. She'll keep an eye on you while you do your work.
Does she bite?
No, do you?
Hey, no, wait a second. Hey, I don't know if I can do this.
Rosie. I'm just gonna get going here. Nice of you to join us, Detective.
Well, one of those days, Cap murdered just getting out of the house.
Two, to be precise, both with the same MO. A new one, even for me.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
According to the autopsy, acute systematic trauma due to excessive amounts of thorpenzamine.
Yeah?
He OD'd on a drug normally prescribed for acute psychotic imbalance. The amount was sufficient for 2 years' dosage.
You have a prescription for the stuff?
No. Trauma to the mouth and throat indicate he was force-fed.
Anything valuable on site?
It was a pharmacological bank. It stores a wide array of psychoactive drugs. They're the only means of treating psychiatric problems under the Mental Health Act of 1997.
Anything stolen?
Just some ordinary chemicals. Magnesium, sodium, carbon, mercury.
Somebody trying to make a murder look like theft?
Or building a bomb. All the missing chemicals are useful in explosives.
We're saying somebody with a drug for psychotics is knocking people off so they can build a bomb?
Not a pretty picture.
What's the other murder?
A utility company employee named Edward Alvarado. Took us a while to make an ID. His uniform was stolen.
What utility?
County Consolidated.
Edward. Eddie.
What?
May have been in my house this morning.
Who would want to get into your house?
Do you mind letting us in on this, Bobby?
Randall Lee, Lomax.
No, that's impossible. He's up on a 50-year psychiatric.
Maybe he escaped.
We'd have known.
Well, it's been 10 years. Maybe somebody slipped up. Maybe somebody forgot.
Forgot what? I'm sure that's not possible, but let me check.
Is there something special about this Randall Lomax?
Special isn't the word. They had a name for him. They called him the Laughing Bomber. Got off a string of 17 explosions before I caught him.
He was judged insane?
Oh, yeah, because they didn't have a stronger word. He was from the planet Pluto, or so he claimed. I voted for extradition.
He's been in an institution.
Yeah. For about 8 years, he wrote me letters telling me he was going to get me. A couple years back, the letters stopped. Well?
Good news and bad. He didn't escape. He was released.
You can't be serious.
3 days ago, full psychiatric cure. I think you should leave town for a while.
Yeah.
I'll go check your house.
I almost forgot. He's at my house with my dog. I can't believe I let Lomax into my house. They probably put a bomb in it. Rose is in there. Come on. Hey.
Man, I found it.
Come on, Rose. Come on, Rose. Come on, Rose. Come on, Rose.
It's nitroglycerin with an electromagnetic detonator, more than enough to level your house.
Can you defuse it?
Well, of course. I took the master's level course at the academy. I'm an expert.
Great.
Problem is, it would take at least 8 minutes. Lomax has used the meter itself as a timer. It's most ingenious. It's set to go off in 20 seconds.
20 seconds?
18 now.
We gotta get out of here. Come on.
Is there anything you'd like to save?
Get my house.
That's not an option, man. I'll grab a few things. 6, 5. Done!
Thanks.
Can I get you anything?
My lucky hat, my grandfather's coping saw, my first badge.
I don't think I chose any of those.
I've got something you two better have a look at.
A big hello and a hearty how are ya? Lomax Vision is on the air. I'd like to send out special greetings to my old friend, Bobby Boy Mann.
It's my house.
Bobby, I know that right about now you're probably missing the comforts of your home, and you'll appreciate this little gesture. Remember these cozy surroundings? This bed is very comfortable. Or should I say, was very comfortable. Look around this home.
I believe this man is severely disturbed.
You'll never have it again.
He's nuts.
Oh, and these clothes. These clothes. Not much of a loss here, huh? But that's only fair. Because you took everything from me and put me in a deep, dark place. But all you really did, Bobby, was give me plenty of time to think. And I did a lot of thinking about you, Bobby boy. Sort of thought you'd seen the last of old Randall Lee, huh? Well. Oh. Well, let's go see what there's to eat. Be seeing you.
I'll send the disc to the lab for a trace, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
I hung 50 to life on that guy.
Pending psychiatric evaluation. He was deemed a complete cure by the institution's chief psychiatrist, a Dr. Betty Van Beesbrook, released on her authority last week.
We should go talk to her.
He'd try and stop me.
In the meantime, we should move you into Eve's.
Eves.
My living space isn't set up for two, but I'm sure we could work it out.
Yeah, anything is fine.
It was very nice of Stugowski to let you borrow some of Undercover's wardrobe stock. Ordinarily, it's against regulations, but you're the first officer in the department's history to have his house blown up. Although I'm unclear why you would choose an accessory like this.
So am I.
It'll be fun to have you here, man, sort of like a sleepover.
Sleepover.
Mm-hmm. They were very popular in school. I always wanted to go to one, but it would have blown my cover. We could stay up late and tell terrifying stories.
Sounds like fun.
Oh, it will be. And I'll finally have somebody to sleep with.
It's a very complicated day. Whole world's upside down. You'd think they'd have bothered to tell me he was loose, but they never do. It's the same old story. Another psycho cons a shrink and gets let go.
Dr. Betty Van Beesbrook, this is Detective Bobby Mann, his partner, Sergeant Edison. Dr. Van Beesbrook heads the Chemical Behavior Program at Salinas Penal Center.
No doubt you're feeling conflicted right now, Detective. Let me put you at ease.
Conflicted? About what?
You no doubt have verbalized the opinion that I am responsible for Mr. Lomax's crimes.
You are.
On the other hand, you're filled with unresolved rage at the person you think is responsible for the destruction of your house.
2 for 2. You want to go again?
Subliminal guilt for not putting Lomax out of society's reach. And last but not least, fear that you might not be able to resolve your hyperinflated male ego in a physical confrontation with your nemesis.
Sure. It's all my mother's fault, right?
Rest assured, your mother had absolutely nothing to do with it. In case you hadn't heard, Detective, Freud is dead.
Since 1939. Cancer of the jaw caused by an excessive consumption of cigars.
He was discredited years ago.
Ulysses S. Grant died of identical causes.
They found Sigmund's private letters. All of psychoanalysis turns out to be a fraud, a complete fabrication.
I guess that put a lot of your people out of work.
Droves of Freudians lost their licenses. Thousands of patients were freed and taken into real therapy.
Dr. Van Beesbrook is a chemical behaviorist.
You see, all people are intrinsically good, Detective. A criminal act, or any other neuroses for that matter, simply arises from improper brain chemistry. Fix the chemistry, and you fix the behavior.
So you fed Mr. Lomax some good chemicals, and then you released him.
Well, I couldn't keep him chained up. He passed the state criminality review. He was cured. In fact, he's prepared for a new and useful career.
Career? In what?
Chemistry. He studied by correspondence. I helped him with his math. All he has to do is continue a maintenance dose, and he'll lead a fine, productive life.
What drug is used for maintenance?
Thorapenzamine, 3 milligrams a day.
And what if he doesn't take it?
He has no choice. It's in a pump implanted in his arm.
Thorapenzamine is the drug that killed the drug bank technician.
Well, it's meant for the chemically impaired. If a healthy person took it, it would result in severe hallucinations. Unless treated, death would follow. But it's a moot point, believe me. Lomax simply can't get at the pump.
Because it's buried in his arm.
Exactly.
All right. From somewhere. Now. All right. Live from somewhere in the megapolis. It's showtime. All right. Live from somewhere in the megapolis. It's shut. No.
You want to watch a game or something?
Oh, it's between professional sports seasons.
I'll take anything. Cable bowling, roller skating, high-lie, sumo derby, moon squash.
You're rather willful tonight, man.
Everything I own is confetti. How would you feel?
I don't really know. I don't own anything of significance. Are you acting this way because you're hesitant about sleeping with me?
Who said I'm sleeping with you?
Well, Captain Claghorn. She doesn't want you to try to track down Lomax on your own.
Oh, she thinks of everything, doesn't she?
Well, actually, I thought of that part.
shouldn't have to give up your bed for me.
My bed generates a low voltage electrical field. It maintains my skin tone. It would be less beneficial for you. Especially if you ever wanted to have more children.
Yeah, okay. I'll take the sheet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need that.
What's that for?
Modesty.
Modesty.
The only time you ever graded me poorly in your reports was when I failed to observe a high standard of modesty. I don't want to repeat the error.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Pick it up at the end. What a night. I feel like I've been up for 2 days.
The latest research suggests that the real value of sleep lies not so much in the shutdown of physical components, but in relief from mental stress.
I dreamt about Lomax all night.
In that sense, you've been up for 3 days.
It's like he's crawled inside my head or something. Wherever I go, I hear that demented voice of his.
Morning, Bobby boy. How would you like to get blown up for breakfast? Where would a Looney Tune hide a bomb? That's what you're asking yourself. And your only chance to survive the next 10 seconds is to think like me, Bobby boy. Isn't that ironic? You're not even warm. And bombs do so much more damage in tight spaces. They'll be picking bits of you out of the ventilation. Why not try the phone box? Maybe it's in there. Ta-ta. All right. Live from some...
His arm is bandaged.
Right arm. That wouldn't be the one you sunk the pump into, would it, Doc?
I'd have to check my records.
I should warn you, Bobby. Forensics ran this for me after they dusted it. It's a wild ride.
How wild can it be?
All right. Live from somewhere inside the megapolis, it's showtime! I'd like to introduce my sidekick. Well, I'd like to, but I can't. He's dead. And speaking of dead, that's how I was for about the last 10 years or so. Timmy, what's it like being dead? Hard to describe, huh? Well, there's gonna be a lot more Timmys unless old Papa Lomax gets what he wants. Who is the next one going to be? How long can this master of disaster keep it up? If you guessed until he brings down half this town, then you are our bonus winner. But I am not unreasonable, and I'm not unfair. All I want is the man who is responsible for making me who I am today, Bobby Man. Me and Bobby Boy, indivisible under one sky, one God, for one last tango, one crazed fandango. Give me Bobby Man and I won't kill anyone else. Comprende, Effendi. So here's the deal. You and me alone. Don't you want to be alone with me, Mr. Man? I know that I really want to be alone with you. Details to follow. Ta-ta.
You have to say one thing. He demonstrates remarkable clarity of purpose. Give full credit to the chlorplorazam.
Yeah, for homicide.
That's only temporary. When this episode is concluded, I'm sure we'll see his purposefulness channeled to a more socially acceptable ambition.
Well, maybe I should just let him whack me so he can get on with the Nobel Prize.
Your sarcasm really is excessive, Detective. Fortunately, we now have a drug that could manage it.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Freeze, Detective.
Okay, I'm not going to sit around and listen to this jaybird talk about Lomax like he's Elvis.
If I let you walk out of here, where will you go?
Hey, he wants a piece of me? I'll oblige him.
One man's shows are against my rules, Bobby. So is giving a killer what he wants. We do not negotiate with maniacs.
So I'll be the hook. He thinks he has me, you put him down.
Whatever you do, you must not be too harsh with him. His treatment could provoke a severe reaction.
I'll take your opinions under advisement, Doctor.
Thank you, Captain, for understanding. We all have our bad chemicals.
Outstanding 594.
Going down?
Yes, ma'am. You're going all the way down. Good evening, and welcome to Frontiers in Psychology. Tonight, we study transference, a condition whereby a patient transfers his problems to his psychiatrist. Oh, excuse me, chemical behaviorist, and then tries to eliminate those problems by filling her with toxic chemicals that burn the very life from her body. But before we do that, it's time for the special segment of the show we call our home Rorschach test. Tell me, what do you see, Bobby boy? Personally, I see you and me, the grand finale. Show yourself, Bobby boy. Confront your fears. I'll be waiting for you. In the meantime, I guess I'll just have to find some way to amuse myself.
2 more bombs in 6 hours.
Try not to think about it.
Let's just get him, you and me.
You know my orders. Now come and eat.
I'm not hungry.
You're not eating, you're not sleeping. It's counterproductive.
How's that?
The human system is fuel intensive. You can't expect to match wits with a maniacal genius on an empty tummy.
Tummy?
Captain Claghorn suggests I try the maternal approach. Now be a big boy and come to the table.
Expecting company?
The extra setting is for Rose.
Rose doesn't eat at the table.
You're not the only one who's been under extreme stress, you know. It's been a very difficult week for the poor thing. She's had her home destroyed as well.
You're right.
Besides, I thought it would be a good way to get her to eat.
What, she hasn't been eating?
The most recent canine studies have shown that a dog's physical patterns are completely synchronized with those of their owners. When you don't eat and sleep, she doesn't either.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that.
You've been justifiably preoccupied. Come on, Rose, dinner.
What are we having?
Turkey.
Our favorite.
I must admit, that wasn't my primary motive. The tryptophan is a natural sedative. A good 8-ounce serving and a glass of milk, and you should sleep like a baby.
Milk? Oh, how about a beer?
Absolutely not. Alcohol interrupts REM.
But it relaxes me.
You'll nod off watching Late Night with Larry Bud Melman and be wide awake by 3 a.m. Now carve. Mash post, Rose?
Doesn't seem to be working.
She's waiting for you.
You gotta be kidding me.
help with a model?
I never could do models. My fingers, I always get them stuck together with the glue.
Well, you could hand me the parts.
Where are you?
The redundant proton chamber.
Oh, what color is it?
Gray. You really can't go on like this, man.
I'll sleep after I put Lomax away.
Without sleep, it's debatable whether you'll ever find Lomax.
What do you mean?
Well, under normal circumstances, you would have figured out where he was by now. Either you really don't want to find him, or you've lost your investigative punch.
No, I want to find him.
Well, then you need to sleep.
I'm open to suggestions.
There's only one thing that we haven't tried.
Yeah, what's that?
Sex. Well, it's hardly a groundbreaking strategy. It is the strongest and most reliable of all the natural sedatives.
You mean you?
Well, of course. Unless you've been keeping something from me, there is no alternative solution. We're here. We have registered blood work. And we're both consenting adults.
I haven't consented to anything.
Oh. Is it necessary for me to play out some seduction ritual?
Eve, we're friends. We're partners. We're
What?
Look, let's finish the model.
Well, there's no biochemical attraction?
No, you're very attractive.
But not to you.
I didn't say that.
Is it because I'm not organic?
You're just not ready.
I'm fully functional, you know that.
I mean ready in an emotional sense.
What's that got to do with it?
You won't understand it.
What's to understand? I've wanted to experiment for some time now, and it seems like the perfect opportunity.
You're not ready.
I am.
Okay, I'm not.
Very well. But if you find yourself sleepless later, I do hope you'll reconsider.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you go through with this.
Why not?
Because you know you'll regret it in the morning.
Who will?
Me. She's talking about me.
You know I'm right. Admit it.
Is she?
Don't you think I should be the judge of that?
Definitely not. You're in no condition to make judgments about anything right now.
Does this mean we'll never get to sleep together?
Someday maybe, but not now, but not now, but not now, but not now.
Hello, Bobby boy. I hope you're receiving this. I know you will sooner or later. My, you can achieve wonders with just a few cheap computer parts these days. I had plenty of time to study the technology while I was away where you put me. It's time, Bobby boy. I'm waiting for you on the top floor of the Chemoplex Tower, a monument to the achievements of modern chemistry. Kind of like me. See you soon.
What is it, Rose? Matt? Man?
It's time, Bobby boy. I'm waiting for you on the top floor of the Chemoplex Tower, a monument to the achievements of modern chemistry. Kind of like me. See you soon.
Emergency. Bomb scare.
Hey! You can't go up there. Come back. What?
We can't afford to wait. I've made some baby bombs and put them in funny places like the elevator and stairway. The patter of little feet will cause them to go boom. I've also put some baby bombs on the ceiling under the roof in case you decide to land a helicopter. The patter of little rotary blades will cause them to go big boom. Bobby Boy is up on the roof with me. When I'm finished with him, I'll send him down. I'm sorry, Eve. I know this hurts, but you're gonna have to sit this one out.
Hey, Bobby boy. You got something in your back there, fella? Let me help you get it out. Oh, Bobby, it's a poison dart.
Let's go! One on the right.
Take access.
Got it. Room's clear.
Okay. It's okay, lady.
Just calm down, man.
We're here to help you.
Relax.
Thank God you're here. We have to find Mr. Lomax. He needs help.
How How long will it take to neuter those things?
20 minutes, minimum.
That's not going to be good enough.
Well, I'm sorry, it's the best we can do.
Well, what's our chances of landing a helicopter up there?
Look, if this guy knows what he's doing, and it sure looks like he does, then maybe 1 in 100.
What about landing one person?
Oh, well, that's no problem. As long as you find somebody who can fly.
Now, here are the rules of the game, Bobby boy. I'm only going to explain this once, so I'm going to need your full attention. Now, you probably want to know what was on that cart. It's a little something I picked up in chemistry class. A little concoction that'll make you just like me. Because there is nothing I enjoy more than a fair fight. So, if you win, I die. And if I win, you die. But if I kill you, I get a bonus. I get to blow up the building.
I don't know what you're thinking, but I don't like it.
There's only one way to get up there, and that's by parachute.
Yes, assuming that the chute opens and you don't hit a building.
The chances of the chute not opening are point.
Please, spare me the math. Nowhere in the manual did I read a word about your having parachute training.
I've been through multiple exercises.
On what, simulators?
No, video games.
Oh, well, you could just forget it. The chopper unit won't even let you up there, let alone jump without certification.
The only way they'll know, Captain, is if you tell them.
You ready to fight, Bobby boy?
What kind of approach do you want to make?
Have you ever played King of the Silk?
The video game? Well, once or twice with my kids.
The optimum approach for victory is 8,000 feet at an attack angle of 45 degrees.
The last time I tried it, I hit the high tension lines. I couldn't get the wind calculation right.
So what's the matter, Bobby boy? Now that we're alone, you don't want to fight, huh? It's just you and me. There's no badge, no guns, no law.
Bet you never tried to jump like this before.
You're just a coward, aren't you? Just a coward. Come on, coward, come. Oh, yeah, come on, Bobby, come on. Come on, Bobby boy. Get up there and fight. Fight. F-I-G-H-T. F-I-G-H-T. Fight. Oh, you know, Bobby boy, this is turning out to be a real disappointment. I guess we better move on to the fireworks. Hit me! You know I hate that! That's what dogs do! And I hate dogs!
Captain, don't you think you're going a little too far? Doctor, do you want to see chemicals out of control?
Matt, are you okay?
I just had this terrible dream. I was fighting Lomax on top of a building downtown.
No. It's late. Go to sleep.
yeah? Let me guess. Lomax was remanded back into the care of Dr. Van Biesbroek.
How did you know?
It's fate. I mean, in a weird way, those two were meant to be together.
You know, man, I've been thinking. It really is not necessary for you to move to Captain Claghorn's. You could stay at my place for a while longer.
I don't think that's such a good idea.
What is it, my cooking?
No. You do a mean turkey. It's just, well, the truth is, I felt like we were getting a little too close.
You mean because of the sexual thing?
Keep it down, will you?
Oh, for God's sakes, man. It was only a little therapeutic offer.
I know. But it kind of, well...
What?
Got my chemicals going.
I beg your pardon?
Look, I had a dream that you and I were together.
That's quite amazing.
Why is that?
Well, I had a dream, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Well, was it a good dream?
It was a real doozy. It was spectacular, man. Incredible. Earth-shattering.
You had a dream that you and I were in bed together and it was earth-shattering?
The world actually moved off its axis.
So, you want to tell me about this dream?
Well, I was lying in bed, unable to sleep. And you joined me. And we were about to kiss. When all of a sudden, Lomax leaped out and threatened to blow us up.
He did?
And I realized we were on top of the Chemoplex building. Only the building was on top of the world. And I suddenly became aware that the entire planet was in danger.
That's some dream.
And out of nowhere, a fleet of nuclear-powered helicopters appeared, and a lone shootist jumped out to save us. And it was none other than Rose, in a little dog parachute.
Well, look, Eve.
Man's best friend, about to sacrifice herself for the good of the human race.
Yeah, I gotta go.
But I haven't told you the part about the world moving off its axis.
Claghorn's waiting.
Not to mention the part I didn't understand.
Next on Man and Machine.
An exclusive interview with Russian leader Boris Yeltsin and his disclosure on American POWs possibly alive in the Soviet Union.
And sperm banks offering the gift of life, but creating a painful dilemma when a child asks, who is my father?
Plus an undercover report on a
There's something. I can't explain it, Raymond. There's something wrong inside, something terrible. No, she scares me, Raymond. There's something, I don't know. She's my baby, my little girl. It's not her fault.
Her name is Katie Collins. And she'll be 8 years old. how many of them were there?
4.
Tell me what you did. Tell me how you did it. I want to finish your experiment.
You must go up there this instant and end the experiment. If you continue this experiment, who knows what he might become.
The Kindred.
Amanda was never one to give up, was she? I mean, she'd hang on, boy. She'd hang on to a dream or a nightmare.
It was a mistake. She sent me here to destroy it.
If your mother did achieve this miracle, do you honestly believe she'd want it destroyed?
You call yourself a scientist, a brilliant scientist? Turn the goddamn power on. It's part of your heart, part of your mind, part of your soul. He's part of your imagination. Go down, honey. Hold on to me. Oh, my God!
The Kindred. We are not all the same creature.
You know, we'll go back to this. This Man and Machine takes place in the near future. That was always the great thing. They could just say, in the near future. You didn't have to give a date. So that was always fun. Or you could do like, one of my favorite movies, The Warriors, 5 minutes into the future. Yeah. You know, all these movies, man, and a bunch of these TV shows now take place in the past. And it's funny, but it doesn't make them less enjoyable. I still watch them, still like them. So, all right. We'll let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episodes. I want to come up with a, I don't know what next week will be, but we'll work on some sort of theme for next week. I don't know. We might do limited runs, short runs, forgotten TV shows or something like that. Or I might do horror week, so we might do some, might be Werewolf, She-Wolf of London, Night Visions, something like that. We can put something together. But, alright. Here we go. Remember, every Monday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, Group Therapy TV. Got a lot of good interviews coming up. A lot of interviews in the can. A lot of interviews coming up. I got a busy day. Got a bunch of interviews coming up that I'm going to be recording. Got some cool stuff I'm going to be doing. Hopefully, we'll have this. I got some really cool stuff going on for the shows here. And remember, every Friday, you're already here. So Friday Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, SciFridays. Every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturday morning serials. So Toon Platoon, I will see you there. And I'm going to let you all go. And I will talk to you all later. See ya.